One small choice can make a big difference.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag.
In the future, I see myself studying tidal pools on the coast of Australia, eating locally grown foods while living with my husband and whoever ends up with me in a self-sufficient house with a beautiful rooftop garden, encouraging a less impactful lifestyle to all those around me and in contact with me.
In 10 years, I see myself continuously learning and motivating. I see myself upholding enthusiasm and motivation that personifies our generation today, and seeing and understanding as much as the world as possible.
In the future, I see myself changing cities like New York, banning bottled water from communities that already have clean tap water, increasing the number of people who bike to work and to school. I also see myself majoring in engineering and using my knowledge of photovoltaics to convert developing communities into solar power communities. I also see myself majoring in engineering and using my knowledge of photovoltaics to convert developing communities into solar power communities.
In 10 years, I see myself as an active member in my community. I see myself consulting and advising companies and politicians to make the most effective green choices. I see myself advocating for the conservation of wildlife and wilderness, showing how we don't exist without them.
In the future, I see myself as the President's top environmental advisor on making policies and regulations for sustainable design and renewable energy. I see myself sitting at a table bumping heads with top financial advisors and convincing them how to change the world economy. I will convince them of the urgency of using renewable energy. My dream is to be respected and listened to as an advisor to a sustainable future.
In 10 years, I see myself living in a greener world. I'll have worked hard to help the environment and rights of its citizens. I will be fighting for greener legislation that will ensure our world is protected from our greed. Maybe I'll be in Congress, or maybe I'll be around the world campaigning for cities to be more environmentally friendly.
In 10 years, I see myself working to conserve wildlife and our forests. I want to ensure that wildlife still has a place in the world and that our society can live and coexist with nature. I see myself continuing to make green choices and urging others to do the same.
In 20 years, I see myself with a degree in architecture and mechanical engineering. I see myself being an environmental mechanical engineer and just design new sustainable schools and offices. My team of engineers will be working on my 5 new cylindrical towers of vertical farms in New York City, neighboring the existing skyscrapers. Now the city actually eats, produces, and manufactures its own organically grown food, making for a greener and more sustainable urban environment. What's your future going to look like?
What will you do?
How will you have an impact?
Que vas-tu faire?
What will you choose?
¿Qué vas a hacer?
How will you change
Was
the world?
wirst du tun?
What will you choose?